son, I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.
Oh, he on it, 76 now. 79.
We gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Check 43.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety, Landon Collins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the
stop
ground
that
just
run
shy of
right now.
midfield.
That shit
13
dead.
yards as
That's
the
what you
Vikings
think you
pick
finna
up the
do?
first down.
Okay.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know
We're
that
finna
we go
shut
into
this
these
shit
meetings
down.
with coaches, and sometimes maybe
Right
we
now.
can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field.
Bring your ass
He
here.
can't avoid the
Come
pressure.
here.
Redskins get there. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight
We're
is
finna shut that
20/20,
run
Coach.
down right
Maybe they should
now.
have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be
Not today.
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Why is he running right there and the ball back there?
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, it's Love. He's got a first down past the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball, I've got it on the move. I don't want to just give up that easily.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively.
Bring your ass here, boy. You ain't got time to do all that.
The extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
What we got? Check.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I swear
They
I'm
only needed
him.
a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 28.
This big
The
ass
4th
man
down
is way.
run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Right here, right here. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down now.
Nigga.
It's Cook.
No, you're not
And
going
he's
to
gonna
play
get
my
him down
game
and
on
brought
me.
down right at the line of scrimmage.
What you think this is?
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now you want to run heavy. I can stop it.
Check 53, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's zebra. Mike, 53.
Cousins from the gun on third. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Come here.
Picked off by Troy Apke.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football?
Give me that shit.
Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They didn't have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
No, Dalvin.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Cousins now. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Trying to lay one
you
deep.
Try, my guy, huh?
And he
backs
it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Bring that shit hurt.
Picked off at the 39.
Come here.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard
Trying to play
line.
me out here, man.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10.
Let's fucking go.
Into the
Let's
end
fucking
zone
go.
for a Washington touchdown.
It ain't no secret.
Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over.
Come here!
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Stop playing with me, Brian.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut.
Who you think?
It's hard to shake yourself
stop
out of
playing
it.
with me, dog. You should know a little bit better than how you trying to play me, dog.
Here we go, the first carry for the former Viking Peterson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing something.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he fires him. It's intercepted.
Right there.
Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
54, right there, 54.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Geis. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Love. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Hopkins' kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We're going to keep it like that. Because if I would have took the penalty, I only had 4 seconds. Where you going? And if I don't make the play, I ain't got no timeouts.
At their own 24-yard line.
Gotta play smart.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Can't play stupid all game.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get a couple of points out the deal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
On the double. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You gonna get this boy?
Haskins on third down. Jordan Reed has it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go. Here we go.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins throwing the out route and complete. That's Richardson. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On the carry, it's Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Love again. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Haskins to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Love. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
He's going to the 1st down.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
He rolled a nigga right on over. Bad tackle.
You better be afraid of me.
On play action, Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Barely got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll have a first down.
Don't think Geis can't run.
He's at the 30.
Don't think Geis can't run.
20, 10, touchdown, Washington.
I just don't use him. I'm trying to build up this rookie, but don't get it twisted.
Touchdown on the season. And the Redskins
I don't want you
are
to
able
get
to
it
stretch
twisted
the lead out
at all.
further. Extra point good by
Guys
Hopkins.
go down, we got
and
another
the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Who's actually better because he's built up already. Geis,
The kickoff
love
unit
just
is
a
out on
rookie.
the field, and they will
Let's
send
go.
this one away.
Yeah, you thought you had something brewing
This
there.
is taken at the 3. And
Let's
he's
play
up
a little
past the
defense,
20 to
fellas.
the 22-yard line.
We got to play a little defense, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Cousins.
Give me that!
And for the 4th
Give me
time
that!
tonight, it's an
Give me that!
interception. Picked
Yeah.
off at the 35.
Yeah.
And he will score.
Give me that!
Touchdown, Washington.
We got defense, too.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
Yeah.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy
Gonna try me
ball,
again.
he's got to be like
Come on,
what we
Happy.
talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
I didn't want to click on it.
Short-term
They gave
memory,
me pass
right back
interference.
out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount.
Especially on
Here's his
that play.
opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the
Of course,
pressure.
he wanna
The
do
backside being ball hawks
Shit
and
like
picking
that.
passes off.
That was a good play.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Cousins on first down.
You're going to run the same exact play, just the opposite side. That's why you got a first down on the last play, and you got 4 yards on that play.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that
Gonna
underneath
try
stuff.
me like that.
And this is why you work on your
That's
tackle.
another one of the plays
Tackle
you
them
just
after
ran.
the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins.
Yeah. You're
And
running the same
Redskins
shit
do
on me,
get to
Brian.
him. He goes
It's not
down
gonna
for
work.
a sack. That's Deron
You're not gonna
Payne
beat
with
me
a
with the
sack
same
that
play.
time.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
You can have
And
that.
he's going
Pump
to
me
be
the
out up
ball.
around the
And you ain't
45-yard
even catch
line.
that.
It's a gain of 11,
Game
but they're
time,
still
Brian.
well short. It's
Game
fourth
time.
down.
You gonna go for it?
All that practice time came to fruition on that
What
play.
you
All
gonna
those
do?
timing routes that they
What
worked
you gonna
on
do?
through training camp,
Okay.
OTAs, mini camp,
All right.
and just regular season. They got it done
Okay.
on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Damn, I ain't got no plays in the nickel.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Cousins on fourth down. And he's able to find Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Thiel's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Man,
Adam
this
Thielen.
nigga throwing up
With
prayers.
touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
That's all good.
So a one-handed grab in
That's
the
all
end zone.
good.
Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing.
You can't grab me.
Off he goes.
You cannot grab me.
And he takes it in. Touchdown.
Act like love on the
Washington.
field. You better act like love on the
Darius
field.
Geis.
The only
His
reason why
second
Darius
touchdown
Geis
of the
did not
game,
get
his
the ball
third
is
on
because
the
I'm trying to
year.
build up
And
the
the
rookie.
Redskins are
Don't
able
get
to
it
stretch
twisted.
the lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75
Come on
yards
with one
to
of
the
your little
house.
one-handed
it's a
throws
long
you
way
like
to
to
go.
make.
Remember,
With one of your little
rarely
one-handed
Is
catches.
it a straight line, 75
I
yards?
guess I
Still,
put
you
it
got to have a
shit.
little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen
Don't
if he
think
wants it
Geis
as
can't
well.
run. I just don't
Fielded about a
use.
yard deep.
Oh, you trying to be a wise guy.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense
That's
back
why
out
guys
there
is
at
on
the line,
standby.
ready for their next drive.
So if my
And
guy
that
go
last
down,
drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Running out of time, Brian.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going for the deep ball.
That's what you ain't going to do.
Incomplete.
That's what you're not going to do, buddy.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
I wish you would have threw it to Rudolph.
Here as he's taken
that
down.
off right before your eyes.
We've been around this league for a
Wouldn't know
while.
what
Many
the hell
coaches
happened.
never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Cousins looking deep downfield.
No, Brian.
And
No.
lined up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game
Go
like
for
this,
it.
but he's showing incredible
And risk me
leadership.
getting another
Still
touchdown with
competing,
guys.
still fighting, not taking
What you
himself
gonna do?
out of a ball game that appears lost.
The ball is in your court. What you going to do? You going to go for it. You had a desperate situation. You had a desperate time in your life. I'll go for it too, buddy. But guess what? You ain't going to make it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go, Brian.
Cousins
What
will
you
throw
got?
for it on 4th.
No, you
He's
don't,
going to
Brian.
air one out.
No, you don't,
and now
Brian.
here's another interception.
Here on.
Picked off by Troy
Here
Apke.
on. Here on. Here on.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been
Let's
good
put up
enough
this
to
50
get
on
them
this
this
nigga for
lead.
trying.
And another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch
Let's put
counter
up
punch,
50
hasn't it?
because this nigga
All
wanna try
throughout.
me.
But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land.
We're going to put
Nice
up
play
50,
by them
Brian.
on defense.
Just because. I think just because you tried me.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
We putting up 50, boy. Whether you like it or not. 50
So it's
ball
Redskin
on
football
your
here
skull.
as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson.
Oh,
He will push his way
damn it, you
down
don't
to
wanna
about
let
the
me give him the
14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
50
So
ball
many
on your
times we look
skull.
at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd
50
down.
ball on your skull.
Haskins. And he is into
How
the
your
end
skull
zone
feel?
for a Washington
After I just dropped that
touchdown.
50 on that mug.
Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And
How's
the
your
Redskins
skull feeling?
capitalize on the short field as they take it
I
in
just
for
dropped
6.
that 50 ball on that mug.
Hopkins
Probably
with
got
the
to take
extra
you to the
point.
special
And the
surgeon
decision to
out
just
there in
kick the
California
extra point
somewhere,
winds
nigga.
up successful. Set now to kick
Get
this
this
one
nigga
away,
casket
and
ready.
off it goes.
He ready to roll in the dirt.
This fielded at the 2.
Get his casket ready.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
They raising your casket up, bro. We just gonna roll you on over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know.
We just gonna roll you on
one
over in the
last drive here
casket,
for
bro.
Clyde.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right.
A first down throw for Cousins.
How dare you try me and you see me standing right there.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second
down. Tell him to dig some more dirt
up. There's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Man, you better quit trying.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them.
Moved out the way.
They'll get a little bit of praise.
What you gonna do now, Brian?
On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
I don't know what to do anymore, Brian. Let's try this.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Come here.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on down.
That's their Redskins defense. With these high-powered Vikings.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Go lower him in the ground.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
332. So I wonder what Bryce had before he got hurt.
The win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
He had 172, and he got hurt the beginning of the third. The guy Geis, 6 for 161. So just imagine, that would have been 3. It's all good. Good night, everyone.